The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, where our sports medicine experts train the pros.
Thanksgiving weekend is not complete until you've enjoyed a hearty helping of Preps Plus, and we are thankful that you have joined us this week. We are at Rufus King High School in Milwaukee. I'm Lance Allen from today's TMJ4.
And I'm Mark Stewart, prep editor of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Tonight we're going to be feasting on basketball highlights. We're also going to take one final look at the state football championships. The guys we're about to meet managed to move quickly from the state football finals to basketball practice. Their quarterback put up numbers that were off the charts while managing to keep things in perspective.
Brad Preeter introduces our Boston Store featured student athlete.
With football season concluded, Josh Weiss and Reed Hilbelink are on the basketball court now. Those two were the top scorers for Cedar Grove-Belgium a year ago. This fall, Josh and Reed helped Cedar Grove-Belgium's football team put up ridiculous numbers. The Rockets smashed numerous records on their way to a Division V state runner-up finish.
I never truly imagined the numbers we put up now, to be honest. I never really thought about it.
Josh set single-season state records for both passing yards and touchdowns this fall. His cousin Reed set new state marks for receiving yards and touchdowns in a season.
Just doing with him one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in the state, and maybe one of the best to come out of the state in a long time.
Unbelievable. Got to be one of the best quarterbacks in the state. I've went so many camps with 1,600 kids, and no one can sling a ball like he can.
Head coach Dan Scroose is Josh and Reed's uncle, and he describes himself as a run-first kind of coach. But he and his staff realized what kind of weapons they had in the passing game this year. They also knew they had smart kids out there and allowed them to suggest plays they felt would work.
It took the whole offense to a whole nother level and a whole nother trust level as well, with allowing them to be able to, execute things that they saw.
Josh would come to the huddle, tell us which route to run, and most of the time it was open. So that was a testament to how smart of a player he is and how well prepared he was.
With the kind of numbers Josh put up for the Rockets this fall, you might be asking, where is this guy going to play football in college? Well, the answer is, he's not. That's a decision Josh made a while ago. Josh earned academic all-state honors from the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association. So did Reed and teammate Ethan Brochtrup. Now Josh plans to attend UW-Madison next fall, and he wants to focus on his studies.
I'm confident in my choice. I'm happy, and I'm not second-guessing it at all. So just glory to God for giving me the season I had and the opportunities to come.
Ethan Brochtrup says Josh Weiss is always the same calm leader in the huddle, regardless of how a game is going. Josh also became the leader of post-game prayers the Rockets held with their opponents, which first happened on the final night of the regular season and concluded after the Rockets were defeated by Amherst in the title game.
I don't have a problem being the leader out there and that kind of stuff. I like to think of myself as a spiritual leader and a leader on and off the field. I like to get people to understand that life is about more than football.
That outlook may have helped Josh and his teammates handle the end of their season in a positive manner. This hook and ladder pass attempt late in the game was ruled a fumble. Amherst recovered and went on to kick the game-winning field goal. Although the pass appeared to be incomplete on replays, Weiss isn't bitter about the call.
Refs are humans and make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, so we don't hold that against them.
Not many guys who have to pose for the state runner-up photo can manage a smile just minutes after a heartbreaking defeat. But Josh and Reed and the Rockets know how they came together as a team, bonded with opponents, and brought a community together during a magical ride.
The dream of ours to play at Camp Randall one day, so just being able to do it with a group of guys like that has been great.
It was a dream season, it really was. Going into the season, we always wished to get there, and we put in the work to do it.
Being out there with my nephews and everything like that, you realize that chances are of stepping foot back on a football field with them are slim, and you kind of get a little sad. And overall, when you start thinking about the whole team and what they all accomplished and what they did on and off the field, it makes for the whole season that it's just a great time.
Cedar Grove-Belgium's basketball and wrestling coaches had to wait for football to end before they could get their athletes into winter sports practices.
That's right, Lance. And we brought together as many of Josh's teammates from football and wrestling as he received his featured student-athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Thank you to Preps Plus for everything they do for high school sports. It's a great honor to give this plaque to Josh Weiss for Preps Player of the Week.
Hi, I'm Devonte Adams from the Green Bay Packers. Stay tuned for football highlights on Preps Plus.
It's Boston Store's Friends and Family Sale, November 29th through December 6th. Take an extra 25% off with your Friends and Family Savings Pass, available online. Use your pass on top of regular and sale prices of up to 50% off, even hot buys. Like with your Friends and Family Savings Pass, $37.49 ladies designer denim. Kids apparel, 60% off. And 60% off holiday ornaments and decor. Save on designer gifts that rarely go on sale. Even cosmetics and fragrances. Shop in-store or online. Boston Store, your style.
Think of joint pain like a warning light in your car. It means something in your body isn't working right or could be damaged. And the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network is where you go to keep everything in working order. Our orthopedic and spine specialists will show you all your options, from non-surgical remedies like physical therapy to minimally invasive treatments and advanced surgical techniques to get you going again. Isn't it good to know what is possible?
We're back at Rufus King High School on the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus. And girls basketball here at King has a lot of tradition.
That's right, Lance. And we're about to see the Lady Generals in action in one of a couple of excellent non-conference matchups. Here are your Preps Plus highlights.
It's opening night for Milwaukee King. The new season is loaded with lofty goals as usual. Good things are also expected for Kenosha Tremper, who should contend in the strong Southeast Conference. And the Trojans show why early on. Kelsey Kashan with some nice work inside, Tremper up 5. Then the Trojans with great ball movement as Amari Whittington gets the easy deuce, 20-9, Tremper shocking the Generals. But with the early jitters out of the way, King goes on a big run. How big? Try a 21-2 run to close the half, and it was fueled by the defense. Briasha Townsend with the steal and the perfect bounce pass to Annalie Garcia. The lead is cut to 5. Then it's Tashara Morehouse with the swipe and the bucket. She had 12 points as the Generals grab the lead. Later, it's Sydney Roby with a nice spin in front. 2 of her 15 on the night, 30-22 King at halftime. The Trojans try to regroup and mount a rally. Here's Whittington getting open down the lane. She had a game-high 23, but there was no stopping the King run on this night. Garcia to Kay Clark, who pivots right between two Trojans. This caps an amazing 32-4 run. Later, Garcia feeds Roby as the Generals wrap up an impressive opener, routing Tremper 77-53.
Well, as a team, our defense is what really kicked in. We realized that we needed to step up, so our defense led to our offense, which led to a lot of fast break points, and from that we turned up.
Defending Division II state champion New Berlin Eisenhower opened its season at Divine Savior Holy Angels. Early on, it's freshman Aaliyah Garcia hitting the three-pointer for the Dashers, who own 3 straight Greater Metro Conference titles. DSHA won't want to give sophomore Julia Hintz time to square up and shoot. She connects from beyond the arc. Abby Zukalski would hit her jumpers from just inside the arc. She puts in back-to-back buckets to give Eisenhower a 4-point lead. Then it was time for trading trifectas by dueling Katie's. Katie Ludwig is on the mark for the Lions. And on this end, it's Katie Wissing connecting for the Dashers. DSHA's Avi Young was celebrating a birthday on this night. We wonder whose it was. Just kidding, it was her birthday, and she scored a game-high 12 points. Meanwhile, the home crowd chanted about the importance of a healthy diet. Eat bananas, eat bananas. The Lions' Hannah Plockelman would enjoy the fruits of her labor. Hustling back on defense, she stumbles into a steal, then changes direction and goes in for 2 plus the foul. Eisenhower would rally from a 4-point halftime deficit. Jasmine Samarsingh is ahead of the pack and drops in the layup. The Lions have roared back to take the lead. Julia Hintz makes the cross-court pass here to Alicia Putney, who drives in and finishes. Later on, Hintz will find Jasmine Samarsingh under the basket for an easy 2. Eisenhower opens its season with a 48-39 victory.
On the first night, the boys basketball teams could play games. A highly regarded small school from Milwaukee took on a strong team from the suburbs that features a future Badger.
Craig Harden was there for the Preps Plus Game of the Week.
Opening night for high school boys basketball in the state of Wisconsin, and oh boy, what a matchup. We got the #1 ranked team in Division 4, the Destiny Eagles, taking on Tyler Hero and the Whitnall Falcons. Tyler Hero had that look from the start that tonight's going to be a good night, but Destiny Eagles will be looking to spoil the Falcons' home opener. Destiny out and running, and Romaine Robinson left open in the corner, and he drills the trade. Tyler Hero has worked on all parts of his game this offseason, including his bounce. Check out Hero catching the backdoor alley-oop for 2. Destiny trailed all in the first half, but shots like this by Cameron Posey kept the game close. If you double-team Tyler Hero, he will find the open man. Check out the no-look pass to a diving Alex Polis. Going into the second half, Whitnall held a 10-point lead, but it was the play of Destiny's 6'7" power forward, Sion McGee, who dominated the paint. The Eagles would take a 5-point lead with 4 minutes left, but the Falcons forward Kevion Taylor gets this floater to drop, cutting the lead to 3. I told you McGee had a great second half, and watch the big man steal the ball from Hero and then goes in for the slam. Hero was on fire in this game. He pulls up on the break. That was 2 of his game-high and career-high 45 points. But Destiny showed great poise and responded as a team. Terrence Banyard takes off for 2-hand slam. Eagles up 4. Hero did everything he could to keep his team in the game, knocking down his mid-range jumper. But it would not be enough because on this night, Destiny was destined to get the W. Eagles win 83-76 in a hard come-from-behind win.
I mean, we never had no doubts. Coaches say that don't mean nothing. Coming halftime, it's a new game, so we're just gonna keep balling, man. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing.
I was worried because I always go off body language, so I was worried about the team. But when you hear guys from the sidelines promoting we all right, we always gonna be all right, I think that was big time. End of the day, we need to know how to defend studs, all right? I think Tyler Hero is every bit of the credit he deserves, and when we play against other players that have 1 or 2 or 3 studs, now we know how to adjust and make the right decisions on the court.
For boys basketball season previews and all your winter sports info, be sure to check out the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com. That's where you can also find our all-area teams for sports like golf and tennis.
And Mark, you know we're always looking for good story ideas, so if you know of a player or an athlete that deserves some recognition, or you want us to cover your rivalry game, please hit us up. Send us a message on either Facebook or Twitter. Stick around. Preps Plus will be right back.
We get it. The holidays are busy. That's why Boston Store is ready anytime you want to shop. Day or night or anytime in between. At bostonstore.com, you'll find more brands, styles, and gifts for everyone on your list. And with web exclusives, free online shipping, and convenient in-store returns, it's never been easier to shop for the holidays. What are you waiting for? Shop bostonstore.com. Boston Store, your style.
No matter what your schedule, personality, or lifestyle, Our primary care providers do everything possible to make every day a little healthier. It all begins by listening and getting to know you. It's about convenience with flexible hours and locations near you. And it's about connections linking you to the power of academic medicine right in your community. For a primary care provider who gets you, get to us.
Tonight's episode is filled with plenty of football and basketball, two sports Devonte Adams excelled at when he was in high school.
The Packers wide receiver explains why he chose football in this edition of From Preps to Pros.
Well, I went to Palo Alto High School, or as I like to say, State Championship High School. We got a few known guys from there. Jeremy Lin went there, Jim Harbaugh, Jock Peterson plays for the Dodgers center field, BJ Boy plays for the A's. So we got a couple guys over there. We all won a state championship my senior year in football, so that would be my number one memory over there. Basketball was my first love, and then football kind of took over. I didn't play football until my junior year in high school.
Devonte Adams had played Pop Warner football when he was younger, but he was focused on basketball in high school until his cousin convinced him to join the football team.
When we were talking about it, I was getting a lot of, attention in basketball as far as colleges. You got 6'7" point guards nowadays, and I'm 6'1", 6'2", so it's just based on the numbers. I felt like it would be better for me to, or not better, but more realistic to try out football again and see how it goes, and then it worked out.
Adams says he became a more dedicated student during his last 2 years of high school. He suggests kids devote themselves to their schoolwork to avoid falling behind.
Time management and really taking the student-athlete portion of it very seriously, because early on in high school I didn't. It was more of, I wasn't failing classes, but I wasn't really giving my all to each one. I picked it up when I got into my junior and senior year, but had a bigger workload because of other things I had to take care of that I didn't do early on in high school. So I tell them make sure that they lock in and really take it seriously.
Davante says his parents were very athletic, and they were supportive when he was a young student athlete.
They never pushed me, but they've always been there to, kind of guide me and help me out with the basketball early on, obviously, and then football. So my dad was a standout athlete, so shout out to him for giving me the hops and all that. He helped out with that. My mom was pretty athletic in her day too.
Now as a pro, he says there's much more to his job than just performance on game day.
It's not just about catching touchdowns or going out there blocking on Sundays, but how do you what type of example do you set for the youth, and what do you do for your community, different things like that, because that's what really sets people apart nowadays, is what are you doing off the field, and how are you helping other people.
Like Rufus King, the girls' basketball program at Milwaukee School of Languages has been strong for some time now.
The Hawks hope to build on a season that culminated with the state runner-up finish last March. Let's meet our team of the week.
Milwaukee School of Language girls basketball team made it all the way to the Division III girls basketball championship last season before falling short. But this year's squad feels as if they have the same talent to make a return trip.
Well, the kids right now feel like they have unfinished business to take care of from last season. They're hungry. They feel like we didn't accomplish our goal last year. So this year's team is even working harder to get back to where we were last year. So we're sort of piggybacking off of last year at practices. We're telling them, we got unfinished business. We got to work hard to get back to where you want to be, go upstate. It's our goal to get upstate. So we're sort of working hard trying to accomplish that goal.
The Hawks have been down for several years, and just starting my freshman year, we just started to get up in our basketball career. And last year we had all the key pieces. We had an extremely good point guard and extremely good shooting guard, and we had all key pieces to the game. So last year our success just raised right from the bottom, and we were able to all build our team chemistry together and make it up to state.
This year we can learn, it all comes on hard work and never giving up and using what we have. We used everything that we had and we made it a state. We got it through the fire and we got it there.
Earning a trip to state last season helped the Hawks' core players grow on the court and is paying off in a big way.
Because our girls are very humble here. We have great leaders in Brianna Butler and Jatavia Kingsby. And our youth are young. We have a lot of freshmen in the program now that are playing big minutes at the varsity level. So the older kids are actually mentoring them, and the success that they had last year is the younger kids are feeding off of that success that the older people have.
After last season's great run to state, Milwaukee School of Language still has some milestones to achieve and a job to finish.
We have 2 goals are to become the city conference team winner and to go upstate and get the bowl bar this year.
I think that we can win the city championship. We haven't won one of those yet, so I'm guessing this year we're going to put in our best effort and we're going to try to win the city championship.
Congratulations, girls, for being Preps Plus Team of the Week.
It's Boston Store's Friends and Family Sale, November 29th through December 6th. Take an extra 25% off with your Friends and Family Savings Pass, available online. Use your pass on top of regular and sale prices of up to 50% off, even hot buys. Like with your Friends and Family Savings Pass, $37.49 ladies designer denim. Kids apparel, 60% off. And 60% off holiday ornaments and decor. Save on designer gifts that rarely go on sale. Even cosmetics and fragrances. Shop in-store or online. Boston Store, your style.
Think of joint pain like a warning light in your car. It means something in your body isn't working right or could be damaged. And the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network is where you go to keep everything in working order. Our orthopedic and spine specialists will show you all your options, from non-surgical remedies like physical therapy to minimally invasive treatments and advanced surgical techniques to get you going again. Isn't it good to know what is possible?
Like any great athletic program, managing concussion is a team effort. The concussion management team consists of the athletic trainers, the physicians, and the therapists working alongside the athlete and their team, the coaches, and their parents to ensure a complete recovery. While more than 80% of concussions resolve within 2 weeks, sometimes it takes more than relative rest or limiting activity to get the athlete back to full sport. Sometimes additional interventions are needed when concussion symptoms linger longer than expected. Recommended treatment may include vestibular therapy that focuses on balance and dizziness, or graded exercise treatment in which an athlete slowly integrates into full activity. When sidelined with a concussion, it is essential that the entire concussion management team work together to get the athlete back in the game as quickly and safely as possible.
To learn more about the sports medicine program, visit freighter.com/sports.
Hopefully you got your fill of football this weekend, but if not, we got one more helping for you.
And Mark, it's a look back at what our local teams did at the state championships in Madison.
time.
Regardless of the outcome, we hope that all of our local athletes enjoyed the experience at state and they have great memories of a great season.
Thanks for joining us this week. He's Lance Allen, and I'm Mark Stewart. We'll see you next week on Preps Plus.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, where our sports medicine experts train the pros.